Tonight, the Olympic torch run through San Francisco. Protesters jockey for position as police prepare a budget-busting plan to control the crowd.
The United Maintenance Hangar at SFO. Very busy tonight after the airline grounds dozens of planes. Is it safe to fly the friendly skies?
Hillary Clinton makes an emergency Bay Area cash call tonight. We'll show you how her fundraising strategy has backfired.
And credit crisis on Auto Row. You'll see how the national mortgage meltdown is taking its toll on Bay Area car dealerships.
This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot.
Well, we've told you about San Francisco's money problems. Still to come tonight, an expensive new public awareness campaign to cement the city's role as a sanctuary for illegal immigrants.
And later tonight, a new report card on the Bay Area economy, now showing signs that we're beginning to lose our competitive edge.
You can't thank someone enough for saving your life.
He owes his life to a bone marrow donor. We'll show you how easy it's become and why this story has hit home for us.
I'm Michael Finney, and the 7 on your side tax information line is open for business. Give us a call at 415-954-8151.
Earlier this year, we learned one of our colleagues here at ABC 7 has leukemia. Jason Fong has already had 2 rounds of chemotherapy, and now it's clear his best chance of recovery will come with a bone marrow transplant. Now, Jason is Chinese, so it's very likely any match will come from someone of the same ethnicity. But there's a severe shortage of people with diverse backgrounds in the registry. So tonight, what it takes to join the registry, what's involved in donating, and how easy it can be to save a life.
Hui is an avid cyclist, but about a year and a half ago, he started losing his strength and endurance.
I would say about a month later, I even had a hard time walking up the stairs to come home.
Mylan soon learned he had leukemia, and after several rounds of chemo, it became clear he needed a bone marrow transplant.
That was the only way I was going to survive.
And we knew the odds were somewhat tough, and I knew the odds for someone Asian was even tougher.
Actually, there's no such thing as an Asian. You're either Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. So if you're diagnosed and you're Korean, if you're diagnosed with leukemia and you're Korean, your most likely donor is going to be Korean.
As Carol Gillespie of the Asian American Donor Program explains, the key is to diversify the registry.
There's a 35 to 45% chance of finding a donor in the current registry if you're an ethnic minority.
How does that compare?
Well, if you're Caucasian, you have about an 80 to 85% chance of finding a donor.
Joining the registry is a simple, painless process. No needles, no blood. Just the simple swabbing of the inner cheek a few times and filling out some forms.
Vivek Kumar registered to become a donor in 2001.
The number of Indian donors is really tiny. At that point, there were about 20,000 South Asians in the directory or in the registry. And that was really appalling because we have 1 billion Indians, but we had such a small representation in the bone marrow registry.
That discovery led Vivek to organize several donor drives targeting the South Asian community. Drives similar to this one today at San Francisco University.
I learned that one of the donors who had registered in my first drive actually matched another patient. So, all that effort actually paid off.
And last year, Vivek himself turned out to be a match for a 38-year-old woman with leukemia. He learned he'd be donating his stem cells through a process similar to a blood donation. No surgery, no anesthesia. In fact, 70% of donations are now done this way. His girlfriend documented the process on home video.
So it started on a Saturday morning when I went to Stanford Medical and got injected with filgrastim, which is a medicine that stimulates my stem cell growth from my bone and moves it into my bloodstream.
He had the shots for 5 consecutive mornings and went to work every day but the last when the actual donation process began.
They drained blood, which went through the apheresis machine, which is really a centrifuge. That's when it centrifuges the blood into the different layers, and they take the stem cell layer out of it. The blood is mixed back and put back into my bloodstream.
The shots leading up to the donation did leave him feeling a bit achy and flu-like, but a few Tylenol and Advil got him through it. He was back at work the next day.
It's really a few days of inconvenience, but the net effect is something that you can only dream of. To be able to save somebody's life. I don't know how often I'm going to get this chance.
That same generosity of a stranger gave Myland the chance to live.
It's so hard to put into words to thank someone who saved your life.
It's been a year since his transplant, a milestone the family just celebrated with Mickey Mouse.
If I could spend a week in Disneyland with my kids, and run around with them for a week, I'm doing pretty well.
He's cycling again as well and savoring every moment of life.
Now, ABC7 is hosting a registry drive tomorrow in support of our friend Jason Fong. We invite you to join us here at the station, 900 Front Street in San Francisco between 8 in the morning and 2. It is free for ethnic minorities, and we have the specifics on our website for you. Just go to abc7news.com and look under See It on TV.
And like you said, it's easy to check and see if you're a candidate and register.
And easy to join now, too.
All right. Jason, I know you're watching. Hang in there, buddy. We love you. All right, let's go back now to 7 on your side and the tax hotline.
Michael Finney's up next.
The tax line is open, and there